So here you have the graphic represented, so we'll just double click the layer and dim it down a bit and work on a layer above it. So placing that on there. And once you have that section, you're trying to look at a piece of this and see if you can illustrate that straight away. So it's a couple of ways of working here. Here's a rectangular piece at default. Just go with the outside edge there. You can see it curves itself down and around here, so take the ellipse tool, find the center of this, option that out, maybe use the shift key to drop it down. You see how it extends itself, so just going to use a little bit of the building shape builder tool to do this one. Find this edge over here, and just going ahead and taking that point when you see it, it's coming through, and let's see if we can make it just a little bigger here. Looks like it's touching that piece. Looks like it's coming out a little bit. So it's trying to do this. There's just the option to come out a little bit further. And keep in mind it's not perfectly aligned there. But let's see what we can do here. So here we're just going to maybe adjust this part. See if we can plop that in there. So it's giving you some possibility that the shape builder might be the tool to use. So as you drag this down through here, that would build that up into one shape. But what we're going to do is take this shape and take the reflect tool. See if I can locate the center of this. Let's see. Preview it over here and copy it. See what happens now. So I have all this with the shape builder and blending this in here, coming around this way, keeping in mind that it's a little bit off of there. Hold the option key for taking rid of some of these guys here. And then these little pieces here, these points here, just going to select them and use a little bit of the curvature there. Kind of building that up that way. And then taking a look at this now, you can take the ellipse tool, draw a circle there like that, take the direct selection tool, just delete that. Or let's see, take the point minus, delete will be easier. Maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. So we'll zoom in up here, take the rectangle tool, plop that there. See if we can make that into one shape with the Pathfinder. And you can scale this, or you can do it on your own there, just kind of changing this to see what this looks like. Copy that. Okay, so that gives you at least the beginning part of that. And that'll give you the at least that little selection there. And you can hit the return key again and it'll do it again. And just to get these equal distances, you could do the duplication key, but I'm just going to set it over here with the shift key. Option and duplicate one over across the way, and shift key the two. You could duplicate it all across. Just want to bring in the blend idea with you. There's a blend make. So let's take a look at the blend options. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. So we'll preview this with the steps and just minimize it down one step there. So that gives you a little bit of this bridge gap here. So if you have this on top of it, you could duplicate it or set it off. So I'm just going to make a copy off to the base down here just to keep a copy down here. And fill that black. Here's the section on top of it. Fill that white. It's not punched through or anything, but I'll just keep it there. And just option and duplicate it. Or did I? Let's see if I did it. Select it. I'll group it together. Just option. Put it right down here. And keep in mind this is a picture off of an image, so it's not particularly accurate. But at least that gives us the framework. And then just for this bridge part here, I'm just going to shift key a line tool under stroke and just increase that, giving it the thickness for that section. I'd still select to just move it up a little bit to build that piece. And like I said, this bridge is not showing it all, so you could do half of the bridge, or if you wanted to add to it, make the whole bridge itself. And depending on how you do that, here's a ruler guide to kind of find a midpoint, and then just go ahead with the pen tool. So from here, just going to build this up. As you can see, maybe go all the way to the midpoint of this to get the curve. Hold the shift key down just to keep it straddled there, and then I can just reduce this down with the stroke, and then hold the option or the command key and click and come down below here. And do the same thing here. Find the distance, give you the nice graduated curve with the shift key held down, and that gives you that side of it. So far I have that piece. The pen tool would be the easier one for this section, and this, I'm just using the shift key to come across. Now I don't know how far it's going to be, so I'm estimating it. There's another way you could do it, is to take a grid and go to view, and let's see, show grid. If you go to view and high grid, that's Harry Potter, but we'll keep that right there, that section. But that's how you can see a little bit of the grid. This part that's not coming through, at least on the layers, is the scan right here. So that's what that's doing. Color, name of the bridge, we can do that. Let's see if we can make this transparent. So you could unlock it. A couple ways to do it. We'll just make it a little transparent, or make it multiply. Better yet, go transparent. Just so you can see through it. There might be other ways, but that's a quick one to do that. So here's the layer to lock that. So this is a way that you can kind of take a look. So we'll start from scratch here. So here's the grid section, if that helps. Let's see, we'll just go to shift key there. It's coming down, and I'm coming across maybe 3 pieces. That point I'm not worried about yet. We'll see how far it goes. Looks like it's going to come out there. So here it's coming down to this point. Just keep the shift key held down when you do the vertical. Points here, we can adjust that in the stroke panel. Giving you the best option here, so we'll leave it right there. While it's still selected, take a look in the stroke panel and just put the end caps on here, let's see. So that'll give you that end cap. So right now you have this bridge, and if you wanted to take a duplication of it, I'm just going to click on this and make it just one, couple smaller than that. Make this one a little bit bigger. Make this one a little bit bigger. Let's see, I think I coupled it off in here. I think I coupled it in there, so I just have to cut it right there. There we go. Make that a little bit finer. Okay. So if you wanted to, you could select it all. Hit the reflect tool right on this part, copy it, and that'll give you that other side to it. So that gives you that section. And then this part, let's see if you can take the stroke tool and make this just a little bit thinner. Zoom into it. Option and shift and duplicate this across. And select all of these. Just extend it out to here, so it's lining up in the middle. And it's just a matter of taking all of these guys up. Might take a little bit of playing around here. It's like playing backgammon. Dropping these all up here. So that gives you that entire set. So that's if you want to extend your drawing out a little further. With these guys, here's the reflect tool. Copy that. So now you have an extension. And then the last part, not too difficult, is just this selection here. So you can see it coming across this piece. And I have this blend, so I'm just going to duplicate this, put it up here at the top, make it just a little bit bigger, shift key it there, move that across, and just go to Object, Blend, and release it. Just stretch this guy way over to the end here. Shift key these guys, and go to Object, Blend, Make, and then Blend Options. Here's the steps, and that gives you that piece, filling that white, filling that black. Now you have this bridge have for the grid, and that'll give you that piece pretty easily ready to do the illustration.